Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Monday, October 13th, 2025. So, on a day that would be unlucky if it was a Friday, were you lucky in doing this crossword?
I did this crossword in a lot longer time than it usually takes me. But I did get it done.
Yeah, I found I kept getting stuck in places.
I know. It took me like twice as long as what I usually do on a Monday.
And perhaps it was just the time of day that I was doing it, but actually it was relatively early in the evening for a cross. Now the answer was today.
Yes.
I didn't know what to do with, because now to me suggests a time, and so
well, today's a time.
Well, today's a date. Whereas I would argue that now is 3:04 p.m. or whatever time it happens to be, which is, by the way, listeners, not 3:04 p.m. We don't want to broadcast the time that we do the podcast at, lest our neighbors start cutting their lawn in unison as we record, which sometimes they do.
Well, at the one right under that, 15 across, beamed. It was shown.
Yes.
So, but I mean, that just didn't come to me. I'm like, beamed? What could that be? A 5-letter word that means beamed?
Yeah, I wanted it to be grinned. When you beam at something. That was the one that came to mind.
That could have been, but no, that wouldn't work.
For 17 across, the microwavable breakfast staple, I never microwave anything for breakfast. And so I had it starting off with QUI, and I thought, oh, maybe it's quesadillas. Could you have quesadillas for breakfast?
I've heard of breakfast quesadillas, yes.
Because I was thinking of like breakfast sausage. I've heard that is a thing. Definitely did not fit. And I sort of fell into 20 across. Sephora competitor was Ulta.
Yes, that's pretty common.
Yes, but
I got that one right away.
Yeah, I always want to call it Ultra. 29 across was dorm room meal in a cup. And at first I thought it was going to be ramen noodles, which fitted.
Oh, yes.
And then I had miso and raisin. And I'm sorry, let me try that one more time. Miso and ramen, because I had an A and an N, and I had an S in the right positions.
Yeah.
So I had miso and ramen, but it turned out to be instant ramen.
That's right.
I
think it's ramen, isn't it? Ramen noodles?
Well, when in Ram.
I'm not sure. Although I ate plenty of them when I was in grad school.
But they never had a little recording on the side that would tell you, or perhaps a pronunciation guide?
Phonetic pronunciation on the package.
I think, the same people who produce the nutrition labels ought to demand that people put the pronunciation of their cereal on the box. So no more questions about, is it Count Chocula or Count Chocula? Not that there really is any question of that.
Right.
But yes, I was having trouble there. Even 34 across, taste metaphorically was palate.
Yes, that was kind of an obscure answer.
At least 34 down, pulls opposite push.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
That's right. and the ubiquitous 35 down, blank girl, at a girl.
Yes, they've had that one a time or two.
Yeah, I just
or
wonder.
Like 100.
Okay, we should place bets. Oh, this could be our next contest after a Triplet Tuesday. How many times has a particular answer appeared in the grid? Whoever gets closest wins.
Okay.
I think we have a new contest.
Whoa.
We're gonna have to pick the day of the week for it. But yeah, we'll call it. Let's see. So this is like, the length. You have to guess the length. Somehow guess the length doesn't sound like a good name. We'll have to work on it. Listeners, we're still workshopping this, as you can tell.
Yeah.
But rest assured.
Any suggestions, we would welcome them.
If you have an idea for the name for our new contest, which involves guessing not the length, but how many times an answer has appeared, let us know what you'd like to call that.
I think I've seen that before.
Deja vu. All right. I don't think I can think in real time here. All right. Ada has appeared I was going to ask you to guess, and then I'd guess, but I already know the answer. But you can guess.
262 times.
Oh, very close. 372. You're only off by 110.
That's quite a bit.
Oh, that's true, but at least you were in the ballpark.
Uh-huh.
I mean, same number of digits.
It's been in a lot, for sure.
So we've agreed that this was a somewhat crunchier than usual Monday, but it did have a theme.
Yes, it did. And we've already talked about two of the themed clues,
True.
that being quick oats and instant ramen. And then we also had 47 across, thick porridge, referenced in Yankee Doodle, hasty pudding.
That was great.
So quick oats, instant ramen, or ramen, and hasty pudding leads us to the revealer clue, fares at McDonald's and KFC, or a literal description of those themed clues, and that is a fast foods.
Yes.
Quick, instant, and hasty.
Yeah.
Fast foods. Very cute.
I especially like the hasty.
Yes.
Have you ever had any hasty pudding?
No, I have not.
How about any slow pudding?
Nope.
I wonder what makes hasty pudding hasty.
Good
Do
question.
you think it just doesn't take long to make?
I really don't know.
Well, if we have any hasty pudding aficionados out there, please let us know what makes your hasty pudding so hasty.
Yeah, or if you've tried it, what's it taste like?
I have a theory. It used to be called tasty pudding, but then after you've eaten enough of it, you can't pronounce the letter T, and you go, "What are you eating?" Hasty pudding, and it became hasty pudding.
Perhaps.
That's the my etymology there. I don't know if that's correct.
I would imagine.
Probably not.
Many American youth have called it tasty pudding because Yankee Doodle is a song that is often taught in elementary school.
Oh, really?
And there is that verse that talks about the hasty pudding.
Do you happen to recall the exact wording?
No.
Is that the one that goes Yankee Doodle went to town? Really?
Mm-hmm.
And they worked hasty pudding into that?
Yeah,
Wow.
they did.
I'm impressed. Let's see. We were talking about Ada. We also had 51 across, baby announcement as on some blue balloons, it's a boy.
That's true. We did have those pairs. I noticed that too.
And in fact, we even had 39 across in blank, unborn, utero.
Yep.
So we went from utero to it's a boy. So,
That's true.
and then the last one, bottom right, enjoy your first day at college. No, it didn't extend that far. In fact, 71 across was blank, Lanka, Shri.
Yep.
That was pretty straightforward.
That's true.
So yeah, this was an interesting crossword. I thought it was
Well, and like 70 across, helpful theorem in math. Lemma?
lemma.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's my statistics background has equipped me to include lemma in my whenever I
But
see theorems.
Not a typical Monday clue. I just don't think that's a typical Monday clue.
How about 49 down? Chinese small plates, dim sum.
Well, yeah, that's kind of different too. but I have heard of dim sum. I'm sure I heard of lemma a long time ago, but I don't remember.
You know, this gives me another idea for Jim Horn, the creator of X-Word Info. It would be interesting if he could show the answers, the distribution of the days on which they appeared.
Oh, that would be interesting.
I'd like to know how many Monday dim sums there were, how many Tuesday dim sums there were.
Yeah, that'd be fascinating.
Right.
Yeah, because that, to me, that's just not something you usually see on a Monday, but
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Jim, if you happen to be listening, you now have your marching orders. We need a graph that shows for each clue, or for each answer rather, the number of times it appeared. Maybe they could just do it as percentage.
Right.
Percentage of days it appeared. I wish we'd get a hold of his data. That would be so much fun to play around with.
Yeah. One other that, again, was a stumper for me, 28 across or down, decrees, and the answer was ordains.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was thinking of decrees as a noun, so I was like edicts or mandates or something, but it was a verb decrees, which the right answer was ordains.
Just a matter of how you read it.
Yep, that's right.
I read it as a verb, so I was sort of ready for it.
Oh, okay. Good.
I wasn't ready for 18 down. Eggs that can cost $1,000 per ounce turned out to be caviar.
Yes.
I was thinking that there's some sort of fancy jewel-like egg.
Fabergé.
Fabergé, that was it.
But they aren't quite that expensive. I don't
Well,
think.
maybe if you go to like Mall of America, they are.
Well, maybe.
In fact, didn't we have Mall? Yes, we did. 31 down. The largest one in the U.S. is in Bloomington, Minnesota.
That's right.
Mall,
Mall.
as in Mall of America.
We've been there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it was interesting because we had Mall, and then we had somewhere around here we had, let's see if I can find it. We had All for Nothing, 25 down. And that was a great clue. All for Nothing, e.g., was antonym.
Yes. Yes, that was funny.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be like an adage or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of the anti-Three Musketeers.
Uh-huh.
One for all for nothing. But, all right. Well, this was a great crossword by Catherine Jiang.
Yep.
And it was her debut.
Oh, wow.
Well done, Catherine.
Very good. Yes.
And now, since it is Monday, it is time for the JAMCOTWA, the Gene and Mike Crossword of the Week Award, where we go back through the crosswords of the previous week, debate, weigh, and analyze, and pick what we deem to be the very best. And today we picked
Sunday. Although there were many good ones this week. It was a hard choice, but I particularly liked Sunday because I just thought it was so clever with its theme of measure twice, cut once. It provided an interesting challenge and just a fun crossword for Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there were some clever clues in there as well. So, in all, I just really thought that was a great puzzle, and it was by Michael Schlossberg.
Yes.
And the theme involved, like I said, that common phrase for those who are in woodworking or even in like quilting and sewing, and it's measure twice, cut once, meaning be careful where you cut, you measure it twice. And we had two measures throughout the puzzle that were circled within the same clue. We had two MINs for minutes. We had two LBs for pounds. We had two GALs for gallons. And we had two FTs for foot or feet. And so those were the measure twice. And then we had four little scissors throughout the puzzle. And where the scissors were located, you needed to insert the word once, ONCE, to make the clue or the answer make sense given the clue. So there was the cut once.
Cut once because the once was gone.
Yeah, yes. The little scissors once.
I think you liked it just because the little scissors.
Oh, well, I did like those little scissors.
They're pretty cute.
Yeah, very nice.
I'm hoping next Sunday they're going to have like, I don't know, a manicure, whatever it is that manicurists use, a file.
It would have been better had they actually animated them cutting, but...
Whoa. Now you're asking huge amounts. They don't get paid enough for that. They'll put in the scissors, but if they want the scissors to move, that's going to be an extra $100 right there.
Right. I just found it amazing that the author, Michael, was able to find four answers that had the word once in them, that they were not from concentrate, to whom it may concern. Let's see, we had stand upon ceremony and conceding defeat. I just thought, wow, that's pretty amazing that the word once turns up in so many phrases there. So. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think the rule is if you have a large enough word list to draw from, you can do anything.
I guess so, but I was quite impressed with that.
It really was awesome. Again, this is Michael Schlossberg's 16th. Well done, Michael.
Yep.
And if you feel so inclined, drop us a line, crosswordpodcast@icloud.com. Include a mailing address and a shirt size, and we'll have some magnificent JAMCOTWA swag and your JAMCOTWA certificate winging its way towards you in no time. That is it for today. Thanks, everyone, for listening. A reminder that tomorrow we're going to have our Triplet Tuesday contest. And possibly our first edition of the contest that does not yet have a name. So tune in to hear Triplet Tuesday for sure, and possibly that other contest. And we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.
Bye-bye.